really quick. All righty, you guys. Thank you for coming to our first No Means No Youth Sexual Misconduct Awareness and Prevention Workshop, okay? Thank you for all of you taking the time out of your day to join us. Today, we're gonna be having a speaker by the name of Clarence Muhammad. He'll be going over some very important and valid information for you young men, okay? So today, we're just gonna go over quickly our table of contents. He'll be reviewing the following topics, okay? So achieving your goal, the statistics when it comes to the sexual misconduct and harassment, consequences of your decisions, example of misconduct, and safe practices, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Clarence, and he's gonna resume from there, okay? And Clarence, just be mindful, there may be a little bit of a straggling crowd coming in. Just keep aware of those ones popping up, okay? All righty, and you're now the host, and I'm gonna go ahead and mute so you can unmute.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Hear me, everybody good? Okay. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the No Means No workshop. This is a workshop to kind of give our young men in particular a better outlook on how the sensitive nature of male-female relationships in the workplace, in school, and so on and so forth. So we're just going to be going over a few topics like that. Now, before we get started, I have some men that I wanted to talk to you. I'm waiting for a couple of more, but right now I got one of the men that I want you to talk to. His name is Rico Young. He is a professional in the law business, and he has some words of encouragement to say before we get started. So Rico, I want you to just kind of say a few words to the young men before we get started.
All right. Thank you, Clarence, for inviting me here. And thank you to the young gentleman who took the time out of their day to come to this very important event. As Clarence said, my name is Rico Young, and I'm a colleague of Brother Clarence Muhammad. What he asked me to speak to you young men about today is about goal achievement. And what I wanted to speak to you guys about in the brief few minutes that I have to discuss it is the reasons for goals. Goals are useful in life to keep us as human beings from just being aimless and unfocused and undisciplined. Goals are also very important for the entirety of your life. So the sooner you start establishing goals and creating goals in life, the more better that they will serve you throughout the entirety of your lifetime. So briefly, what is a goal? A goal is something that you choose to achieve. You decide what your goals are for you. Then you ask yourself, why goals? Okay, goals give you a sense of direction. Remember, I spoke to you about aimless. When you don't have a goal in life, you just end up in all sorts of troubles, aimless, and so forth. So you want to create goals in your life so you have something to focus on. It also helps you to see the big picture in life. So you can say, hey, this is what I want to do 10 years from now. That's a goal. Or 20 years from now, that's a goal. It helps to motivate you. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be the president. I want to be a police officer. Goals help you create motivation, and it also helps to give you control. So we have a sense of what a goal is, and we have, hopefully I've given you guys a couple of ideas as to why you want to have it. Some of the tips for you for setting goals and achieving goals is you want to consider a passion that you have in your life. Because if it's something that you're passionate about, you're more likely to stick to the goal. If I just give you a goal about something and it's really not anything you might not like, you're likely to give up on it. You won't stay consistent or focused with it. But if it's something that you like, whether it's music, whether it's sports, whether it's science, whether it's reading, whether it's public speaking or politics. If it's something you're passionate about, or art, you will stick with that goal possibly throughout your lifetime. You want your goals to be controllable, things that you can control within your sphere of space and time and family and community. And you want a goal that you can set that has an imagined future. So those are also very important. The last thing that I'll tell you in the last few seconds that I have is you want your goals to be what we call a SMART goal. And a SMART goal is something that's specific. So don't make it so big and extrapolate. You might be like, hey, tomorrow I want to read this book. I want to read these 25 pages. It's small, but it's specific. You want it to be measurable. So I can measure this goal, because each time goals build on top of each other, and you want it to be attainable. You want it to be relevant, which means it matters, and you want it to be time bound. So focus on picking your goals in life, making them as much as possible a SMART goal, so you will never quit. Make sure it's passion bound. And these are things that will help you even later in life, all throughout the entirety of your life. So I hope, the information I gave you was helpful. I hope it's useful. And that's what I have to offer. And if you guys have any questions, you can pass them on to Ms. Shamika or Mr. Clarence, and they'll be more than happy to pass on to me, and I'll try to share and answer your questions. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Rico. Appreciate you, brother. All right. As you can see, what I wanted to do, y'all, is bring you guys some men that, we've been through the, me and Rico talk all the time. We've been through the fire, man. You know what I mean? It ain't easy being a man, but you can do it. You can do it. But part of the things that's, some of the stuff that's may cause us an issue is the way the society looks at the way men should treat women, right? But what about women, Clarence? I'm not talking about women right now. I'm just talking about us as men right now. Okay, so let's get into the product that we came to see, which is the No Means No. Can everybody see this? Can you guys see this? All right, I need to,
Clarence, you got a few people trying to enter. See if
okay.
You have that popping up.
Is it, you guys can't see? Oh, I haven't shared it. Okay, let me share it. I knew it was something I was forgetting. I knew it was something I was forgetting.
And also take a look to see if we have any that need to be admitted in your little roster.
Oh, okay. Oh, just say admit, huh? Okay, here we go. That's Shannon. That's Lamar. Okay, got you. Glad to have you around. Thank you, Shamika. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Share. Let me share. Okay, we're gonna share this one. Okay. Hope everybody can see from there. All right. Can everybody see that?
Yep, we can see it. Yes,
okay,
we can.
Cool. All right. So today we're going to do sexual misconduct and awareness prevention training, right? We're trying to train these young men so that they understand what, because sometimes one of the myths about sexual misconduct is that men know right from wrong. Men know what the deal is. And a lot of times they don't, especially the younger guys. They don't know. They have no clue. They don't find out till they sit in a jail cell or they have some type of issue. And so we want to just get to them and let them know, hey, this is how you're going to have to do if you want to be successful and be able to maneuver in today's very sensitive society. All right, so I'm going to start off. My name is Bro Clarence. I'm a father, educator, business owner, coach, motivator. I'm here to motivate you. I've taught this class for the city of Los Angeles for over 7 years, this and many other ones. And, so I definitely want to train young men. I want to be able to go deeper into some of these subjects. I couldn't do that when I was working at the city. So I want to be able to build a better source of knowledge for you guys. you can really see what's going on. But this is me, Bro C. Who else is with me? You guys met my road dog, Brother Rico. He's a father, he's an educator, legal advisor, coach, motivator, same thing, you know. And all we as brothers all have gotten together to try to encourage you young men so that you guys don't fall into the traps we fell into. Who else I have on the staff? I have Tim Hinkle. He's not with us right now, so I don't know what happened. Maybe his connection got bad or something, but he's also a motivated father, educator, business owner, coach, and motivator as well. Hopefully he'll show up later. And same thing with John Darjan. Now, John Darjan is okay, and I gotta add somebody in the room real quick. John Darjan used to play for the Yankees, right? Very prominent young man, does a lot of philanthropy work. He's a father, educator, teaches people English in the Dominican Republic. He's a coach, baseball coach, and a motivational speaker. So we got the best of the cream of the crop. And of course, we got Miss Shamika in the house, man. You know, she gonna, you know, motivate you guys to do as good as you can at all times. So we got the team, the all-star team, what they call it, the dream team. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get started with the presentation. Let's see. What happened here? Okay, let me see if I can click through it. Oh, okay, it's just dragging a little bit. Okay, achieving your goals. Okay, you see that yacht there, right? Guys want to have a nice life, right? Want to have a nice life. You don't want to build the whole life up and then have some foolish mistake knock it all away from you, right? And I want to know if Hank, you ready?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, all right. So I wanted to give a couple just the brothers and sisters just a couple words of inspiration, brother, if you can, a couple minutes, and then we're gonna go back to the PowerPoint presentation, man. But I want to catch you while I got you, man. So if you don't mind, go ahead and give them a couple words, brother.
Will do. I just want to first say hello. My name is Hank. I'm normally on YouTube, and I usually do a show, a couple shows. I got my own show that I have myself. It's called The Basement with Hank. I usually do that on Mondays and Wednesdays, but you know, and on Sundays I'm usually on another YouTube channel called The P for Sundays. Really got introduced by doing this YouTube thing, man, just because I wanted to get young men to be better. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see young men be better. I want to see young men win. I got tired of seeing us lose. And so I utilize this YouTube as an opportunity to reach out some different young men, not just individuals that's in my my area code, my zip code, my state. You know, I wanted to eventually try to reach the masses, as many as I can. But I'm also a realist, and I realize, you know, everybody's not going to make it, right? I understand that, and I have to accept that. But what I want to try to do is reach as many as I can, help as many as I can. Want to see as many as I can all successful. I mean, now I take the motto as one person at a time. That's all I can do, one person at a time. If I have a group of 10 or 20 and I can just change one young man's mind, then I feel like it was a success. Because that one man can go and reach out, talk to another young man. And then the young man can reach out to another young man. And you can spread the word. You understand what I'm saying? We could share with these young men and try to help these guys out who are in situations where, you know, it may not be the most glamorous, most successful, the most uplifting, and the most beneficial. You know, there's no need of putting yourself in situations. Now, I was listening to the presentation, and Brother Clarence was talking about I guess when I got here, talking about STDs, which is kind of funny. I had to talk with my son early. Matter of fact, he was in middle school, going into middle school. Now, the scary part about it is having that sexual conversation with your son in the 6th grade. But unfortunately, that's what it is right now. That's where we are. We're in that situation where we have to have these sometimes uncomfortable conversations. Tough. Now, I know it may not be easy for your parents. Some parents are really squeamish about this stuff. I don't have a problem with it, none at all, because I'm straight up, straight down. I'm a straight shooter, and I'm just going to tell it like it is. And so that's what I did with my son. Same way I did with my daughter. Now with my daughter, I kind of delayed it a little bit till she was in middle school, and she was in 7th grade. Is when I did her. But realizing the time and realizing what I was dealing with when I was doing my times when I was a substitute teacher at the elementary and middle school range, these kids are having well, I'm not gonna say unprotected. They're having sex in elementary. It was to the point where one time we found some condoms, used condoms, in the kids' bathroom. And there's been a couple times where we caught kids about ready to get into that interaction. It was close. They was get there. I mean, clothes was off. So that was kind of scary at the elementary age level, kids seeing that. And it's just unfortunate. It really is that these young kids are so innocent and they're making adult type decisions. That's rough. That's rough for a parent. That's rough for anybody to see. You don't want to see that. You don't want to hear on even talk or think like that. But unfortunately, that's where we are. So I had to have that conversation to the point with him. I even showed him how to put on a condom by using a banana and a proper way of putting on rubber. I wanted my son to be. I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen, and it's nothing I can do. I could talk about, wait till you get married and have sex. I could say it to him blue in the face. Man, these young cats, they not moving like that no more. They going to go out there and want to experience certain things. And so I understand that. And with that understanding, I need to educate my son on the situation on using safe sex, making sure you're strapping up. Don't go in a naked head. Don't, because like Brother Clarence said, you got problems that some people don't want. And like he was explaining those STDs, yeah, some of those things penicillin can't cure, and you don't want to have to deal with those type of situations. So I want to see young men be successful, and I believe this right here, what Brother Clarence got going on, and the rest of the people who the Be Empowerment Group, I believe this is a step in the right direction to help you young people to be successful. Hopefully, y'all being involved in this conference, y'all hearing these different experiences and all that, it's going to help you. I want to see you successful. So please believe. Hank wants to see you successful. I mean, if y'all get the opportunity, y'all more than welcome to check out my channel. Like I said, it's called Hank in the Basement. Check me out, man, on Wednesdays. I like to have men talk about different things that men has to deal with on a regular basis, between dealing with women, to child support, to relationships, as well as marriage. I'm all about pushing family. I'm all for it. So I thank Brother Clarence and the organization for allowing me to speak to you young people. I appreciate that. And I hope and pray to God that y'all get some out of this and y'all can continue to be successful and going into the right directions.
All right. Thank you, Brother Hank. Appreciate you, man. All right, y'all. We're going to get back to it, man. Yeah, this is one of the power hitters that, I wanted to bring back on, man, to show y'all, man, that, you can be whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do in your life, right? Successful young man, has his own business, right? Let's get it back going. Has his own business, taught, you know what I mean? See, we care, man. We out here, we trying to make it happen for y'all. Let's see. We talked about STDs, right? Well, stay away from that, right? That's a bad decision, having sex with random people. Bad decisions, bad decisions. What about unplanned pregnancies? Unplanned pregnancies, right? Like Hank was talking about, man, you could mess with somebody for just one time, and now you got a baby with this person. You don't even know them. You got a baby, you got a co-parent with somebody. This is real responsibilities, y'all. This is real responsibilities. Real responsibilities that you're gonna have to deal with if you know what I'm saying, if you don't look at it the proper way. Don't make a dumb decision. Don't make a lifelong decision in 30 seconds. Plan it out. You know, what happens if you have a child? Well, if you're not married to the woman, you probably gonna have to pay child support. You're gonna have a financial responsibility for this child, right? I mean, are you ready for that now? You guys are not ready for that. You want to get your education. You want to get your education. You want to, get a good job or get your good career, build a career or own your own business or whatever you want to do, right? But you want to get your financial foundation together first before you halfway through school, you halfway through college, and you end up having to pay child support. How are you going to pay child support as a full-time student, man? It's just crazy. Remember, we got to think, it's consequences to these decisions, right? Consequences to these decisions. Your dream's gone, man. You have an unplanned pregnancy or you get one of these STDs, your dreams are gone, right? The dreams snatched right away from you. Why? And who snatched them? You put them out there to be snatched, right? Because ain't nobody gonna force you to have no sex with nobody, right? Unprotected sex with anyone. Nobody's gonna force you out there to have unprotected sex. You're gonna do it yourself. You're gonna decide to do it yourself, and it's gonna create an issue, right? What else? Criminal prosecution. Criminal prosecution. See, they ain't playing no more, man. See, they used to play. They used to say, man, that's just Clarence being a guy, right? That's what they used to do. They don't do that no more. They take you behind straight to jail if they got a charge on you. They charge you and take you to jail, right? They prosecute you. That means they have a trial. And they show all the stuff you did. And then they say, okay, you did this much. This how much time you get. And then a lot of times you get out. What's the RSO? That's a registered sex offender. You might as well forget any dreams of having a decent job. You might as well forget that. That's why I'm trying to talk to y'all now before y'all get to that point, right? Because some dudes are registered sex offenders. They didn't even know what they did was illegal, or they didn't even know that it was going to be an issue. They didn't know. You want to really throw your life away on a humbug? You should know everything that's happening in your life with respect to you. How do you protect yourself? Protect yourself through wait. The best thing to do is wait, man. Wait for the right person. You don't have to be involved in sex with every woman you meet. I know that's what the society tell you, right? Man, you ain't nobody, man. You only had sex with one woman. What's wrong with you? I know they try to push that down on you, but that's really foolish. In today's society, it's foolish to be running around trying to have sex with random people. Even with condom, even with protection. That's foolish. Because condom only going to protect so much. You're still going to be coming in physical contact with somebody where a condom is not going to be covering. Then what? They could be oozing they could have the sickness that they may have on the inside coming through their pores. And you just touching them because they're sweating and it's coming through their pores, you could pick it up yourself. Just saying. Abstinence. What's abstinence? Abstinence is you just refraining from sex, period, right? That's the safest policy, right? You just don't have sex with nobody until you get married, right? Oh, Clarence, that can't be done. It can be done. A lot of people doing it. A lot of people doing it. But I realize that people are going to do what they're going to do. So at worst, you should protect yourself. At worst, you should protect yourself, right? Protecting yourself with the eye test and the smell test, right? You're going to be sexual with somebody. Look at where you're about to enter. Is it clear? Is it Is it pristine? If it's not, why are we entering there? We shouldn't be entering there, right? We should put it to the side, right? Let me see what the chat says. Got somebody in the chat. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's see what somebody trying to send me a message. All right. So anyway, let's see. All right. So protect yourself with the eye smell. What do you mean the eye test, Clarence? What you mean the eye test? I mean, you should look at the other person's reception area. If the reception area is not intact, it looks crazy. You see, pus, or you see some type of something that's not right, or he has a smell that's not right, right? Don't go. Don't go. Protect yourself at all times. That's why you have eyes. Your eyes are for protection. You're supposed to see danger coming and go the other way, right? Your nose is supposed to tell you that the food you're about to eat is rotten. Don't eat it, right? That's what your nose is for, right? Same thing with sex. Your eye is supposed to tell you this person is not fit for sex right now. They're sick, right? They're sick. You're looking at them and you see stuff coming out of them that shouldn't be coming out of them, right? Or you smell something that coming out of them that it should not. All right, y'all, let's move on. Let's see, because I gotta go. I gotta get you guys out of here. I didn't want to hear an old man talking, right? Okay. All right, let's see. We're just waiting on the there we go. Condoms. You gotta get you some condoms, right? You gotta get you some condoms. No. See, I'm just going, okay, well, whatever. If you're gonna thinking about having sex and I can't persuade you to wait, then I'm gonna say the next best thing is to protect yourself. The next best thing is protect yourself. Now I'm talking about grown adults after the age of consent. I'm not talking about anybody under the age of 18 having sex. If you're not under the age of 18, you should not be having sex. You're going to get somebody put in jail, right? All right, so condoms for grown people. Website, trust your life to no one. Yeah, man, if you have unprotected sex, it's like going to the casino and rolling the dice. That's what you're doing. You're throwing your life in the hands of someone else. What if you ring the bell and get someone pregnant? Then what? Remember what I told you? Dreams gone. Your dreams are bye-bye, or they put on hold for 18 years. And you have a nice little subtraction coming out of your check every month, every week, right? You're not ready for that, man. You're not ready for that right now. Oh, man, come on. Listen to your brother. Listen to your big brother. We're trying to help you. Okay, now I want to talk about the one thing that gets most men in trouble sexually. This is what gets most men in trouble sexually. It's the concept of consent. It's the concept of consent. To have sex with somebody, you must have consent. Now, what do I mean, Clarence, consent? Well, let's find out what consent means. You have to have permission for something to happen or an agreement to do something, right? You got to have the person's consent to have sex with them, right? Then you can't just walk with somebody and just have sex with them. You got to have their consent. Now, what are some other things? Okay, give permission for something to happen. Okay, now, how do we determine if it's a crime? Can a person legally give you consent? First of all, can this person legally give you consent? What I mean is, are they of the age or in mental power to give you consent? Because, right, you can't go to a person that has mental deficiencies, maybe autism or something like that, and just have sex with them, right? People have to determine that they have do they have the mental capacity to give you consent, right? Likewise, a person under the age of 18 cannot give consent, at least in California. They can't give you consent for sexual conduct. So they're those people are out of the loop. So don't even worry about it. But what about me? I'm 16, Clarence. I'm 16, Clarence. I can have sex with somebody 25. Yeah, but the 25-year-old that has sex with you, that person could go to jail. You willing to throw that person in jail or get that person thrown in jail? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Always get consent. And if you can't get consent, then realize that you can't get consent and move on. You don't want to be around people that can't consent to what you're doing. All right, y'all. Did the person give you consent? Can they give it? And did they give it to you? Right? Usually gonna be verbal, right? But you need to have verbal consent, because if you don't have it, now you got a problem. Now you got a problem with the law. Whole life thrown away because you didn't do something you were supposed to do. All right, moving on. Let's look at some bad, you guys, let's look at some bad examples of some bad decisions, right? I mean, there's some guys, right? Anyway, y'all think over the things that we talked about today, and let Shamika know if you want round 2. We give you round 2. I could get more into it, more in depth. We have a longer time. This is usually a 4 to 6 hour presentation, but we cut it down to an hour today for you guys. Anyway, can't seem to pull this chat down. I think I'm gonna turn it back over to Shamika.
All righty.